Hey everybody, I am trying something new. As you can see, over there, it is called Kidology QuickCast. Now, I got Kidman Talk New podcast live today, and I've been doing the podcast for many, many years. And if you listen to the one before today's, I talked about maybe switching my Kidman Talk podcast to this format on Facebook Live and Rumble and YouTube. And I decided not to do that because it's just kind of complicated. And I'm not going to get into the weeds with you all, but doing the video podcasting and then downloading the audio and putting it into Buzzsprout, which I use, and then pushing the podcast out. I was like, that just turns into a lot of production time. And the reason I want to do the video is because sometimes there's just stuff I want to show you or just share quickly. And I decided not to mess with the podcast because actually that I can push out really fast. I can record anywhere. I can just literally plug in a microphone to my iPhone. I can record a quick podcast, or like today's podcast, I can share an MP3. I shared a workshop on making your discipline problems disappear in response to an email from Christine in Ontario. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something called Kidology QuickCast. So these are going to be shorter videos of things I just want to share with you that come along. So I don't want to talk about the show too much, but I did just want to explain for those of you who are regular listeners and who have emailed about doing video versus podcast. I'm a big podcast listener. I follow lots of podcasts, and I never follow the video ones. I just do audio because I listen in my car. I listen at lunch. I listen at times that I'm doing things that are kind of mindless. And I just want to be educating myself or catching up on current events because I don't watch TV. I don't have time for news, and I detest commercials. And so I don't like getting information during things that there are lots of commercials going on. And of course, my watch is beeping like crazy. So I'm going to silence my phone here really quick. My Apple Watch. So here's what I wanted to share with you that is really cool and what this Rumble Studio allows me to do. I got a video today from Dallas Jenkins. Now, if you don't know who Dallas Jenkins is, he is the creator of The Chosen. And so really cool television program. Lots of people watch it. Lots of people love it. It's really amazing. But that's not what I want to talk about. That's just who he is if you don't know his name. But he is coming out with a movie on November 8th called The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. And many of you have read the book. It's been around for many decades. Maybe you saw the movie that was made years ago. But he is re-releasing and reproducing at the quality you would expect from him a new movie called The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. My wife and I got to see it, our family rather, a pre-released version of it, almost done, like 95% done. I think they still had a couple things to tweak on it. And it's amazing. Now, I talk about it in my podcast today, so I'm not going to repeat everything that I said. Go to kidmantalk.com, listen to episode 195, the latest one, and you can hear about it. Actually, I think it's 194. But anyway, you can hear all about it. But today, I got a video message from Dallas Jenkins, which I think is pretty cool. So I've been torturing my family, making them watch it, sending it to my friends, but I wanted to share it with you. So this will actually be my first time doing this where I'm going to show media through this cool Rumble Studio. So I'm going to hit this button, and if I do it right, it should work. It should play the video that I got for you. So here goes.
Hey there, Pastor Karl and Kidology.org. I'm Dallas Jenkins, and I'm the director of the upcoming feature film, The Best Christmas Pageant Ever, and I wanted to thank you for your support already in this with this movie, and I consider this a partnership in many ways. My job, whether it's with my show, The Chosen, or with this movie, The Best Christmas Pageant Ever, is to help people know and love Jesus more. When they know and love Jesus more, what's next? Discipleship, worship, ministry, and that's what you're doing. And from what I understand, Pastor Karl, you are quite the creative leader and pastor, and your heart for kids is infectious and is doing amazing work. And I think this movie really tills that soil. This movie is all about how sometimes children, and especially those who are the least of these, the ones who maybe are on the outcast, part of society or who are in poverty can sometimes be closer to the heart of the Christmas story and be closer to understanding things that we take for granted. So I hope that you'll see that in this movie. Thanks for your continued support. It really means a lot, and I will see you at the theater.
How cool is that to get video in my inbox? And so I just want to share that with you. Thought that was really awesome to get that. And I do want to encourage you. Also, something else that I just got, and I posted it on my blog, kidologist.com. I'll put this in the comments at the different places that this is playing, or just go to kidologist.com and click on the latest post, is they have made a trunk or treat trunk theme, so that at your trunk or treat, you can have one of your families, or just you can do it if you're a ministry leader. You can put out the best Christmas pageant ever. All you gotta do really is a nativity scene. Although you could put the little Henderson kids there, with some action figures or something. And there's some coloring sheets that you can pass out. You can also just give those out on a Sunday morning once the movie comes out, and encourage families to go see this movie. And then as your community comes to your trunk or treat event, what a great way to promote the movie at the trunk or treat event. So be sure to check that blog post out as well. So that's it. That's what I wanted to share. And that's what I want to do with this inaugural Kidology QuickCast broadcast, as just different things happen, things I want to share. I just want to be able to just quickly push it out to Rumble. Follow me on Rumble, on YouTube, on my Facebook Live. And I've just launched a locals. I'm new to locals. I'm figuring it out. So I'm experimenting with locals. And so I'm learning about that. If you love locals or use locals, you can connect with me there. I might even experiment with a little bit of if you go there, you'll see it, kind of a Kidology backstage, where I might be sharing some backstage stuff. But that's in the very infancy stage. So you can kind of check that out if you want. Not really active there yet. But because Rumble Studio connects to that, I thought I'd dive in there and kind of learn about that. But that's it for now. I just want to share that Dallas Jenkins video with you, and see what else I might be sharing in the future here on Kidology QuickCast.